Let's get this show on the ROAD. Oh God, give me the words and the ability to do this, because I have not been online live and direct for some time. So first of all, thank you guys for tuning in and checking out another video. I always get in the habit of wanting to say another quick episode of SOB Style of Business, the podcast, but this is not the podcast. This is actually a different type of video. And I've been intending to create this particular video for some time, and I wanted to put it off. Like, I've been intending to create it for a while, and I have put it off and put it off and put it off. And tonight in particular, I said, you know what? I think I got to create the video today, because it's just kind of ruminating in my head. I couldn't really rest without like trying to come up with a whole script and a whole spiel of what I would say, how I would present it. And, you know, and in the middle of me doing all that, just coming up with a lot of excuses. So long story short, this video is pretty much going to be about your creative gifts, talents, and abilities that God has given you. So the purpose of today's agenda is really to encourage whoever it is that needs to be encouraged to stop sitting on your God-given gifts, talents, and abilities. There's gifts that you have, things that you've been dying to do, but maybe you're just afraid to do them. You don't want to be judged. You know, people won't approve. You're scared that you won't be validated. Listen, I'm gonna just say this, and if you're offended, my apologies in advance. Nobody gives a shit. Like, it's time out for that shit. You have to stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with your life. It's 2026. I know a lot of people adopt the mindset of new year, new me, but at the end of the day, does that really work without action? You have to implement. You have to put forth the steps. Me, for an example, I've always been an artist. I've always been an artist of some sort, particularly within music, art, drawing, painting, and also writing. So I enjoy writing. That has never been something that I didn't, that's something that I never had to work hard to do, because those are things that I truly enjoy doing, genuinely enjoy doing. That's authentically me when it comes to art. Now, professional career-wise, marketing director, you know, publicist, public relations, all of that stuff that pretty much aligns with corporate. And I was good at that as well, but I never set my art completely to the side and said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just switch over and, you know, go this corporate route. I couldn't. My whole, I guess what I'm saying is my whole desire to create in the space that I'm good at, specifically with art, the writing, the music and stuff like that, that like after my corporate stuff was over with, I just drifted back into that lane originally. And the thing is I always had the excuse of why I could not create my art while I was doing a corporate career, or while I was working, or, you know, trying to make a buck on somebody else's clock. You know, oh, I'm working 9 to 5, or I have these hours, or I just picked up this shift and this and that, and I'm tired, or, you know, just whatever excuse to not create. Even though I had the desire to do it, I just didn't have the energy. And if I didn't have the energy, maybe there was other excuses to why I did not come home after and make time to dedicate myself to my work, the work that I truly excel in. So let me just fast forward, because I don't want to bore you with a lot of that. But eventually I ended up coming back to my art, the things that I love, the things that I enjoy. In addition to the nature, because I know you guys see the nature walks and the things that I do. I love the inspirational stuff. I like to, you know, just try to encourage people to really step into their authenticity. So with that being said, I just had it was like an inspired nudge that just kept pushing me to say, hey, I'm going to step into the art space as the artist that I am finally, because I have left behind the things that kept me quote unquote bound, the excuses, the lies that we tell ourselves, that we're not ready, we're not prepared, we're not good enough. Just anything that you think of that you tell yourself to keep you from doing that thing. And I always wanted to do it. I always wanted to, have my paintings and publish books, which I have published a book before, but just to kind of give you an idea, is like when you have the desire, that alone is showing that it can be fulfilled. But the thing that a lot of people forget is, sorry about that, y'all, I'm gonna have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But I was saying a lot of times people forget that you have to take action, you have to act, you have to do the thing, right? Because you can't just live in your imagination and hope that the guesswork is going to be done. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody is coming to save you. All of that shit is true. Now, you may have resources and helpful people along the way, but as far as the gist of getting your goal accomplished and getting your desires fulfilled, it starts with you. And I'm doing my best to push those that I can push. And me, myself, I'm an example of what I'm preaching, what I'm telling you to do. And now, with that being said, in the middle of me getting to the point where I'm actually embodying that artist version of Keitra, in addition to like the podcast and other things that I'm doing, I had to actually create the art. And I'm actually in the process of working on my own, I call it my own gallery, so to speak. So it's my work, and it's something that I'm doing for myself because I enjoy doing it. I'm in my zone when I'm doing it. I'm not looking for somebody to check me off the list to say, hey, yes, you're approved. God has already done that. I've already been validated. I don't need any more validation. I can tell you so many stories about times where I have shrunk myself and my abilities and my own talents and skill set for the sake of somebody else to feel like they were, I don't want to say better than, but to feel like they were doing something, quote unquote. A lot of people like to be validated. A lot of people like the recognition. I've never just been one of those people who has the recognition is nice, but it does not define whether I'm going to perform 100% or not. I always try to show up as the best version of myself, regardless of what's going on. So basically, I ended up creating a framework, a system for me, because one of the issues that I had was not moving forward with the action. And it wasn't because I didn't want the thing. It's not because I didn't want to create the art. It's not because I didn't want to get my work out there. I wasn't hesitant about being seen. I know a lot of people have issues with visibility. Yeah, so like I was saying, that's never really been my issue. My issue was putting everything else and everybody else first. And then it just happened. So happened one day to where I didn't have a choice. Like I either had to get going with what my vision was for my life, or I would be following the gist, the blueprint of what you're supposed to do, and I know you guys understand that story of what you're supposed to do and what other people want you to do. I'm gonna just say this, you're here one time. You're here one time, and I just pray that you don't wait until something happens to where now you want to live. So I'm just encouraging you to step into what it is you want to do. I don't care if you just only have a few minutes, a day to tap back into that childlike energy. Do it, because that's going to energize your mind, your body, and your spirit. I promise you. If anything else, you're also going to have fun. So if you are working a corporate job or 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing, family life is stressful. Find some time for yourself. I'm not talking about scrolling on social. I'm talking about stepping into that thing that you enjoyed when you were a child. So fast forward. What I did was I sat with myself. Okay, so all right, girl, we know you want to do this. You have all these things that you want to do with your art, but you are not showing up in the way that you need to show up to be this artist, to step into the talent, right? Or not step into the talent, but to step into the identity. And so it wasn't that I didn't desire to do it, it was the action. So I put together this framework. It's called the Vision Alignment Blueprint. And I was inspired one Saturday morning. I got the whole thing done. I mean, the idea was just pouring. Like it was like an inspirational nudge. Keitra, do this, do this, do this. I wrote it all out. I used it for myself. It worked over the course of a couple of years. I've made some tweaks, and now I'm offering it to anybody who needs that sort of guidance. And then I also am getting ready to launch a free 30-day challenge, and I'll be giving the guide away free to those who are interested, and we can just do it together. So it's a 30-day creative challenge. It's a workbook. It's a vision alignment blueprint, and it basically, it's not like a motivational tool, although it does motivate you, but it's a framework. It's a system. It's self-paced within that 30 days, but it gives you the steps that you need to do to embody that identity. It's not even about money. It's about you. Say, for instance, you want to, I don't know, be a TV host or a model. It's walking you through, hey, you need to be doing this each day in order to get to that end goal of being, picked up by this modeling agency by the end of whatever day you determine or whatever time frame you determine. So what would that look like? Oh, okay, well, first, we need to decide what type of model are you trying to be? Is it sports? Is it high fashion? Is it hand or feet modeling? I don't know. So whatever that is, we break it down together, and then we just figure out, okay, what sort of things would that person be doing? And then I kind of help you go through, all right, so you would likely be doing this. We do research. We're not just trying to give you things that don't work. It has to work, but you have to do the work in order for it to work. So that's, it's 14 pages. Like I said, it's the Vision Alignment Blueprint Creative Workbook and Guide. And I just want to encourage you that even if you're not interested in the workbook, do this for yourself. Like, find some time and space for yourself just to get that mental clarity. And I guarantee you, if you start setting aside 15 minutes a day for yourself to indulge in that creative gift, maybe it's pickleball. I don't know. Like, maybe you want to be the next pickleball champion in your community. Hey, I'm not knocking it. I enjoy pickleball. But I'm just saying, just go for it. Life is too short. There's going to be a lot more from me. I'm doing some things different this year, not only with the podcast, but also with just trying to be a tool and a resource for people to help motivate and inspire. I've always talked about creativity. If you're new to my channel, go back and check some of the past videos, check my past nature walks and stuff like that, just like the inspirational shorts. And you will see, like, this is not it's not a game to me. It's not a game to me. It's not an act. And I'm just telling you, just as plain as I can speak, to get out there and capture what God, the universe, all there is, put you here to do. Because at the end of the day, if you refuse, or if you deny, if you choose to not step into the creator that you are within your given specialty or sector or industry or whatever that is for you, if you don't step into what you're here to do, you end up paying for it. You end up paying for it with being unhappy, unfulfilled. You feel like there's no purpose, there's no purpose, there's no clarity. And the way that you get past that is, like I said, you just go for it. At the end of the day, what did they say? There's no failure. You can't lose. Blessings, peace to everybody who's tuned in. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Shoot me a DM. If not on the DM, what am I talking about? I feel like I'm on TikTok or Instagram now. But yeah, just message me. My email is info@Keetria, KEETRIA.com. You can message me here. And if you're interested in the Vision Alignment Blueprint, I'm going to drop the link. I'll pin it to the video. And then I'll welcome you to check it out. And if you're interested in the 30-day challenge, just let me know that as well. I'll let you know when it launches, and I invite you guys to check it out. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much, and you guys take care.